going on? It's Hylyte, man. You're watching the Alternative Podcast.
Hell yeah.
Doobster. You're watching the Alternative Podcast, buddy.
Hell,
There we
amazing.
go,
Best
there
I've
we go.
seen. Y'all know each other, right? Previously.
Yeah, me and Hylyte definitely knew each other.
Yeah.
I think we met. Was it Struggle? Struggle
Yeah,
show?
yeah.
Yeah, we met on a Struggle show, which is tight. We've been social media friends for a long time. I think me and Doobie were too, but he forgot.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah, that's what weed will do for you.
He knew. He just couldn't
I
remember
knew
where from.
when you got out of the truck, the first thing I said, I'm like, where do I know this guy?
I said, you follow me on Instagram.
I was like, well, I don't know where, like, I can't pinpoint it. And then he said something about tattoos, and I was like, motherfucker.
That's what it was.
Y'all play.
IG,
Are we allowed to cuss on here?
Of course, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Say whatever
it's
you
too
want.
late.
Yeah.
All right. What's that?
How about that?
After the first 3 minutes.
I'm fined $1,000 just now.
Yeah, you're good. Say whatever you want.
All right, cool. That
Fuck
sounds
shit.
So,
Yeah,
so
damn.
Hylyte, I actually, I heard Jelly Roll mentioned many times. I was always curious about this on stage and even just around his group of people. He mentioned that Ohio is his second home.
Yeah.
And I think you had a lot to do with that, or at least you were a part of that or around during that.
Yeah, I was a part of it and during, and it was like, it's like Nashville's my second home because of that. So when I met Jelly Roll, shout out to Diverse. I never shouted this guy out. He was an artist here. His name was Diverse. Cool dude. I haven't seen him in fucking 10 years, but he's the reason why I know Jelly Roll. He called me, said Jelly Roll needed a DJ. Fast forward, DJ'd the show for him. He invited me to Nashville, and after that, we just started touring.
Okay, so when do you think that was? What year was that?
I met you almost going on 11 years.
That would have to be 2012 or 13.
Okay, so dude, you were around too then. So you were there.
Nah,
you-
before that.
Was it before Whiskey Weed and Waffle House?
It was before that.
Okay,
Whiskey,
so
Weed, and Waffle House.
I would say 2011 ish.
Okay.
What is it, 14? Yeah,
14 is when I
2010,
met
2011.
you.
Okay, so you were and were you guys
you
working?
had just got with him
Right, a couple years
before I met you. Yeah.
Okay, so were you guys working together then at that same time? Were you DJing for Doobie at that time?
No.
No.
So like I did the Jelly thing for a couple of years. We were touring, and
I was like 14.
I was yeah. He was
He's like,
I'm trying to get the time frame. Now.
Well, let's
Yeah.
take it back to like the very beginning. So like let's talk about how you started, then how y'all met, and then the Jelly Roll thing. Like for
Yeah.
you, what were you doing before you?
I'll start there, and then you can pick it up.
Yeah.
when we met.
That sounds
that's fine.
perfect.
Okay,
Let's
cool.
do that.
Perfect.
So I was in college. Didn't have fucking hated it, so I left. Came home. I was engineering. I had a studio. Fast forward, the dudes I was working with, like, man, everybody started doing teenage parties and stuff, man. I'm like, all right, cool. They're like, you want to DJ? I'm like, bro, I'm not DJ.
Yo, where were you going to college at?
Wright State. I went to Central State first, and then I went to Wright State
Okay.
like a year after. Like Xenia and then Dayton area.
Yeah, I knew the area pretty well.
What was
Yeah.
your major in college?
Actually, communications.
Okay.
It was
There you go.
psychology with communications. So,
Kinda meant to be.
so I used
Makes
one
sense.
of them.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
what I'm saying?
That makes sense.
Yeah, so I came home. They threw a party. I had like these little 2 CD players, and I was just switching songs back and forth. And I was going by Hylyte at the time. I was an artist because when I was younger, my rap name was Dev. It was like the short abbreviation of my name. And then when I got to college, this girl named me Hylyte. I'm like, all right, bet, dope. Because you got a high voice, you're light skin, your name's Hylyte. I'm like, boom. So as I'm DJing, I'm like, what's your name? I'm like, Hylyte. The kids are like, DJ Hylyte. I'm
Yo,
like,
I was wondering that, to be honest. That was good.
What
I
kind of music?
swear I was getting my hair done, and that's what she said. I
What kind of
swear.
music were you playing at the parties? You remember?
Like hip hop, like Jeezy, trap shit. You know what I'm saying?
I love
That shit
Jeezy. I
get-
love
that
Jeezy.
shit- that shit get you beat the
Real
fuck up.
trap
Yeah,
So I was doing team parties and shit, and then the dude didn't want to do it no more. I took over the club. I did that, and then like the kids that were 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, they all turned into 18, 19, 20, 21. So I grew with them. Then I opened up another studio in the midst of this on the east side of Columbus. What was that? 225 Fairway Boulevard. If you ever want to go see the building, that's the address.
Whitehall. It's in Whitehall.
Yeah, Whitehall. So I started the studio, and I'm briefing it. There's a lot of stuff I'm skipping. I'm just briefing it. Started the studio, and I needed a shell one day. I was rolling up and had no shell, so I walked down to my homie studio down in the corner. Yep. Shout out to the homie Rex. Rex is a part of this story actually too. I met Rex.
Big part.
Yeah, for sure. He had the studio I took over, and then he got another studio, and Doobie was in there, but he was in there. It was Doobie, one white boy, and like 8 niggas in there, 8 black people. I can say that. I'm a nigga. 8 black people in there, like, and Doobie sitting there waiting to rap, and I'm like, it's one mic in the room, and I'm like, all right, let me hear something. We get on there and start going. I'm like, all right. I went back to the studio. I sat down. I was like, I don't know what it is, but bro's smoking. He going crazy.
White boys got it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But he sounds totally different now to then, like to see that then. You know what I'm saying? So then I hit Doobie on Twitter, and then boom.
It was at like 1 in the morning.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. It's my
Tell your view of it.
All right, for my view, yeah. Just left the studio at like 11, and first off, when he came in and got a shell from us when I was waiting to rap, I took a picture of him. Cause like in Columbus,
I never knew that.
Picture
That's
of him or with
him. I sent it to my
first,
girlfriend
guys.
at the time. I was like, man, DJ Hylyte just walked in here because listen, like for Columbus, Ohio, right? I'm sure y'all know, your DJ Dramas, DJ Khaled's, things like that, right? At this time, right, this was like soon right after he just did the Whiskey, Weed, and Waffle House with Jelly, and that's how I found out about him. But then when I started doing a deep dive, I knew when he got the new studio and everything. I just didn't know it was in the same building I was standing in. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching him renovate it, all that shit, and I'm like, man, he's like our DJ Drama. He's literally like our city's, guy. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody else in Columbus was really like tapped in or working with anybody. You know what I'm saying? He was working with K Stylist, fucking Jelly, fucking. What the hell is the group name that used to do the dance?
The dance.
The dance group that used to work with too.
Oh, Party Boys.
Party Boys.
Insane Clown Posse.
Insane Clown Posse. So
ICP?
Wow,
Gathering's coming up, baby.
Yeah. So it was like, to me, I was like, this guy is the guy in Columbus. Where I'm from, nobody. We don't meet nobody.
Right.
So I took a picture of him and I sent it to my girlfriend at the time. Like, man, this man, DJ Hylyte just came in here. This is fucking crazy. Leave the session, whatever. Get the. He didn't even DM me on Twitter. It was a mention on Twitter. He just was like, hey man. It was like 1 a.m. He's like, hey man, you got to come to the studio. I'm like, shit, I'm ready right now. I'll go make my trip back up there.
I'm ready right now.
We went straight back to the studio. Like sometime after 1, and did a quick song.
What I say though? You remember what I said?
What?
I said, you make a...
Oh, yeah. He was like, when we got to the studio, he was like, if you make a banger, I want to fuck with you, basically. Like, you know
right
what I'm saying? If you make a banger right now.
Right,
and he was like, I ain't never managed nobody or nothing.
He sat down.
Nah, Jug made the beat.
He sat down and made that baby right there, and I was like... And it's a blur for me from there, what happened, but it was like how fast it happened. But the logo was made the next day, then it was the video shoot.
The next day, let's put it this way, the next day after that song, I was staying at my homie's crib at this time, just sleeping couch to couch. The next day, he hits me like, hey, I'm about to come pick you up. And when he picks me up, I heard him outside the fucking house because he was banging my music loud as my SoundCloud link. Get in the car.
SoundCloud, baby.
Yeah.
SoundCloud.
Fucking go back to we went and got pizzas and then you put me in the studio with Elliot Trent. Shout out to Elliot Trent, who's also responsible for a lot of big names like
that building's legendary in general.
Listen, Doobie, Trippie Redd, who else came out of that? Elliot Trent. Those 3 names alone, Jughead, but artist wise, Doobie, Elliot Trent, and Trippie Redd is like, Trippie's not from Columbus, but in that building, we're like Columbus royalty. The fact that all 3 of us, they were downstairs, we were upstairs. The fact that all 3 of us came up in the same building together is really fucking insane because we didn't think that it was going to be like that.
That's kind of legendary.
That is.
It's huge because all of us are huge now.
I'm from Ohio. You're born and raised, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, same. I get it. Trust me.
Yeah.
So I from a small town perspective, and I get it. That's insane. I didn't know Trippie Redd was in Ohio doing that. And there's been questions, people actually ask about him. I've heard this before, asking if he's from Ohio, and it might be because of that.
He's from Canton.
No, he's from Canton.
Oh, he is from Ohio.
Yeah,
so he's
from
actually
Ohio.
from out there.
Yeah,
What it was is he's got family in Columbus, and what it was is he was working with Elliot Trent. Elliot Trent did the whole Love Scars album.
Yeah.
And they recorded it in this building. Right. Yeah. Like literally, legit. Trippy was there for probably 2-3 months for real, and then before he blew up, he did the album and just fucking out of here.
And you guys are right there too, like just upstairs.
Yeah, we were just upstairs.
The homie Shetty was downstairs.
He was in Shetty's studio.
Sick.
Definitely shout out to Shetty.
Wax.
For sure.
That building's legendary.
That's awesome.
So, boom, met him. And from there, me and him, from that day to here.
He started managing me, basically. And
I didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
I remember when Jelly called you. First off, I moved into his crib like a week after I met him, basically.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, man, you gotta finish high school. I had just got kicked out of my high school.
I tried to take him to school one day.
He tried to take me to school.
To life skills.
I never went back again. And mind you, I'm going...
I tried it once, though.
He tried it.
Give me some.
He did try
I care about your future.
Listen.
Awesome.
I had just got kicked out of my school, right? And then I'm going to a credit recovery school to try to graduate. It's like my junior year or whatever. And he's like, dude, you got to go to school. And I'm like, all right, yeah, all right. Never went back. I'm fucking crashing his crib. I remember Jelly calling you like,
yeah, cause see,
who the fuck is this white boy you keep posting? He said, I thought I was the white boy.
Yeah. But fast forward, we all became family, man. And I toured with Jelly for a little bit longer, and we went on tour with a Yellow Wolf, Jelly, Struggle, and I DJ for Jelly and Struggle. And one day we got on the tour bus, and Wolf was like, man, how y'all surviving? Brought Doobie on. He's like, shit.
He's like, I keep seeing you pop up to every show. How do you keep getting here? I'm like, shit, I'm just rolling with the homies.
He's like, nah, man, you gotta open
Whatever
up.
It takes.
So he like, fuck it. He threw Doobie on the
Trial by Fire
tour. Live Nation tour. Threw him on that. So,
dude, I remember the album.
Yeah.
How was that though? Like your first tour, were you nervous? Like, how'd you feel?
I was ready, but like, I honestly was completely shocked because again, Yellow Wolf was another person. Jelly, like, at this time was still on the come up. You know what I'm saying? Struggle had just got out of jail. Yeah. So like Jelly and Struggle were still trying to get there, but at this time Yellow Wolf was already fucking.
That was with Kid Rock was on that album too, right?
He was on
I don't think he's on.
I don't think he's on that. He was on the album right before that.
Okay.
Trial by Fire was what song was on that album? Was it Daylight?
Daylight.
Whoa,
Yeah.
Daylight. Daylight. Yeah, that shit.
Okay, sick. I do remember the album.
But yeah, Yellow Wolf was fucking Wolf at this time. So I'm like, this is fucking crazy. And we're doing like 3,000 to 5,000 people a night, you know, and that was the biggest crowd I ever performed in at that moment.
Yeah.
So it was awesome.
Like, Jelly is probably like he is a very important section of the Doobie story.
Oh,
that's I try to piece together in my own mind before we came on this show, and I was like, dude, he's right here in the middle of this. So somewhere he had to be a big part of.
This is the crazy part about this. Just today, I found some old pictures of all of us back in the day. Right, this is all of us. Rest in peace, Big Mike. There's me, Jelly,
forever Big Mike,
Light. There's me and Jelly. This was 2017. Me and Jelly again. This was back during that time. Yeah. This was on that tour, the Trial by Fire.
He was young, so he was was just starting out like and with us.
Yeah.
So like I'm still touring with Jelly for years after that.
Yeah.
He's just with me. Like come on, let's go. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that whole thing was built, and I think it was just wild how it happened, man. Like
it's just organic as fuck.
It just went Jelly, then it went Yellow Wolf, then it went back to Jelly, and it's still.
Do you remember like when Jelly first made it? Like how'd you feel? Like watching him through that whole journey. Like how did that make you feel? When
he
really
deserves
pop off?
every single thing he's getting, and the person that y'all are seeing on TV and hearing is exactly who he is.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking about when he stopped and kissed the old lady on the head. And that's him genuinely. Like,
yeah, he's definitely.
He's deserving of everything he gets, and he's done nothing but be real with me. Even through our brotherly mishaps we had, we're back. We never were beefing or nothing. We just had brotherly mishaps.
Yes.
So then we came back together, and he's just still doing real shit that he owes me nothing what he's doing for me. As well as Doobie, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He owes me nothing.
He's already done, you know what I'm saying? He's changed.
That dude's emotion.
Him, though, you know? Like through his like come up and everything like that. So maybe that's, makes sense.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people wouldn't, especially when he's not making it. It takes a while, you know?
Yeah. I mean, for me, like he said, like that person that you see is genuinely him. I witnessed from an outsider looking in at first. At first, I wasn't as a part of the whole community at first, you know what I'm saying? So when I joined, it was already something there, you know what I'm saying? And like I legit can be 1,000% honest and tell y'all that he deserves all of it. Like what he was saying. Like, he literally worked for that.
Yeah.
Like, he deserves. I'm so happy for him.
And it's crazy. Every person I talk to says those exact words.
Yeah.
Every single.
We slept on the
person.
same couches, the same vans.
And that's crazy,
like,
man.
I know for a fact he deserves.
We still got the van.
We
still have the van at the studio.
Yeah.
Where it all started at. We kept it.
That's
Like
awesome.
his van, you mean?
The van that we were touring, like when
Our
I-
van.
when
There was his van and then there was our van.
Okay.
and the reason why it was
But
like
it was
that.
two separate times.
Okay.
He had asked me. He said, "Hey man, I know that you love dude. I know that like you believe in him and everything. I'm just letting you know, if you can come with me, and you can ride on the bus, or you can bring Doobie, and you'll get your $200 a night, and you make it happen from there." So we got our own van that we still have today, and we did that tour with him,
That's fucking awesome.
and that's what led us to L.A.
Yeah.
And then that's what
Yeah.
that's the story of Doobie that went viral in L.A. 3 months.
And shout out to
later.
Struggle too, because again, Struggle plays a very important part in the story as well. Because the day after he got out of jail, I had DM'd him, and I think we were in Nashville 2 days after that, and having dinner, and he's the one who introduced me to Wolf, got me the feature basically, essentially, and I still don't even have music with Struggle to this day. He's never asked me for shit.
That's so wild.
That is
You know what I'm
You
saying?
saying that just now is so wild.
Like and like genuine literally wanted to see me win. Struggle didn't know me. He didn't even know Light. He was in jail.
I was saying
the
free
whole
Struggle
time we
for
were
years.
yelling free
Yeah,
Struggle
yeah.
and shit on tour with Jelly. We never knew him. We knew him for fucking a month, and he just genuinely wanted to see us win. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Struggle
he has
too.
he has a big play in my story, and I talked about this
Yeah.
in a recent podcast. But he played a major
He's a real
role
one.
and who put me on to get to certain places I've been. So I love Struggle. Struggle, if you're watching this, I love you, brother.
Yeah, and I love Struggle to death, bro. Because after he got out of jail, like he said, he just started fucking with us. And then, bro, I remember me, Doobie, Struggle, and all the kids and his lady living in a little apartment. There's so many times I lived in Nashville, randomly spotted, like oh, why am I in Nashville? In a little ass apartment, bro. When he first came home, and I watched him. He is very deserving as well. I watched him go from coming home from prison.
Did y'all see that with Jelly Roll getting super emotional presenting to
Yeah,
Struggle
yeah.
that he was going to play the Grand Ole Opry,
Yeah.
bro?
Yep.
That was one of the most amazing clips I've seen in a long time.
Just an amazing brother moment.
Yeah,
And to
it's
shed
beautiful.
light on that, I literally just seen a quote today on my brother Zilla's page. Shout out to Al Zilla, Wolf's manager, big brother. It said, "A candle loses nothing when it lights another candle." And
That's real.
When I
That's
think
real.
about it, I'm like, man, just them being able to have that moment and him, because listen, we've all, I'm sure, experienced, people who were around us, who we're close with, that maybe were jealous or envious of your success, and that could have went so many different ways. And the fact that they, supported each other and did it together is just such a beautiful thing.
Super humbling. All of them, all of you guys, honestly, all of you guys. It's crazy how everybody kind of has this connection. It's beautiful. You all kind of came up together, helped each other, or motivated each other. It's inspiring, to be honest with you.
It takes a certain kind of man to be able to stand there and be happy for another man.
Do you think y'all
Yeah.
lost a lot of people like on the journey to get here where you're at right
We're
now?
losing people right now as we
Yeah.
speak.
I keep it real with you.
Shit, I don't even care though.
It started out.
I'm
about,
at that point.
It started,
If that was the best way
For
to
sure.
answer.
It started out about 20 of us, 15 of us. I remember when the first time we got the tour bus, we took the whole team, the whole gang. It's 15 of us, 16 of us on the 12 bunker. It's me and Doobie.
I love that.
Do you think that was strictly?
I
'cause
have
of,
brothers
like,
that are still like my brothers, but they're doing their thing, successful. Shout out to Nord and Bond, Waves Bar and Kitchen. Just because you're in Columbus, Ohio, you want to go get a drink, go mess with Waves Bar and Kitchen.
We're gonna go to Taco Tuesday right after this.
You know what I'm saying? So we support our brothers in that manner. But like as far as this music shit goes, it's exactly where it started at. Me and Doobie, and there's nothing literally in between. Like the music stopped today, everything stopped. Me, my family, his family, we could get one bedroom. You live in the top floor, I live in the bottom. We go all that again.
I love that. That's loyalty and integrity, brother. You should be proud of
Yeah.
that. There's nothing better.
Yeah, you know
I
what I'm
respect
saying?
that.
I think also too, not that we were asking much of our friends, because you think if that's your homie, you're supposed to just get it. Like, yeah, this is working. I gotta be a part of this. But it's not always like that. And sometimes when you're getting people whose interests aren't necessarily in that position, you know what I'm saying? It kind of is like expecting a lot. And that's why you start to think like certain friendships are bigger than what they are because y'all are, you know, working towards the same shit every day. When in reality, it's just like, no, you know, sometimes we need somebody doing this and we need somebody doing this, you know. So I think further on down the road, you start to realize that like not everyone's built for this shit,
right?
Obviously, and you can't expect everyone to understand what it is. It's the life we're living is completely just risk reward. You know what I'm saying? It's just taking risks every day. And it's hard to get people to make sacrifices when they're like, man, I got a kid at home or the money's not coming in right now. It's hard for people to get it. It's hard to get people to get it. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie to you, that to build off what he said, sacrifice, that is the key ingredient to every dreamer. That's all they need is just to put a little bit of that in there. Well, a lot of it, actually a lot of it. And just throw it in there. And there's so much talent and again, dream chasers out there that'll never do that. Like, I lost my family for this shit. Like, I'm in the, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to be ready to throw it. Like, when we moved to L.A., it was like, okay, he had a girl. He didn't have a child at the time, but he had situations back home. He has family. You know what I'm saying? When we went to L.A. and was homeless, shout out to Mad Child for taking us in, and was homeless, we could have just came back home. I had a car note, crib. I was working for the radio station at that time. Again, we were building something. He was popping in our area. He went to a whole foreign side of the country. And a lot of people make excuses these days. Like, oh, man, I got to go to work. I'm like, bro, you're tripping. We had to juggle bills.
I went where I'd never been in my life.
Period.
I had never been to L.A.
That sacrifice, bro. That
and
sacrifice.
We moved there. My first time being there.
Yeah.
It was just like, we're gonna, go wherever this shit takes us, and we're ready for whatever happens.
But I don't always know you were gonna be successful, like deep down, or did you ever question it at all?
I didn't really question it. I only just questioned like, damn, when is this shit gonna pay off?
Yeah.
I knew it was gonna pay off. I always knew since I was young.
For sure.
Yeah. So I knew that even when I first met him for the first song to where he went viral at when the drugs don't work, just that growth as an artist.
Yeah.
I already seen it. So that's why I was like, you know what? There go that sacrifice and that risk. Let's go. He like, let's go.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? And really, and it's like going. I told him this like 2 days ago. I said, bro, this shit's like going to the NBA, bro.
Yeah.
Like he's a double platinum, 4 gold independent artist, RIA certified artist, independent, no label. Like that is like going to the NBA. That's everything can stop right now.
Yeah, no risk, no reward.
We can go open a restaurant and just say, well, we already planted the pioneers in this shit now. Here. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that was a time period, too. It was the end of the CD out the trunk era. For real. Mm-hmm. We were handing out CDs, all that. Like, that was right before they changed the streaming shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, when everything became digital. It was right before everything became digital. Like, literally the last couple seconds of that. You know what I'm saying? So, it was kind of a weird time, too. Like, you had to grind. There wasn't the social media thing like how it is now.
Sure, yeah.
You had to literally get out and fucking go. We're in a new place every day, crashing on random people's couches we don't even fucking know, just to be like, hey, you listen to my song, right?
So then what's that story of when your song went viral? How did that start, and how'd you feel when that happened, when it finally caught on?
Shit, we were sleeping on air mattresses. He was out of town.
I was at the gym.
You was at the gym. That's where you were. You're at the gym. I was waking up to put air in my air mattress.
And then babies used to go flat.
Bro, they go flat so fast.
You wake up on the floor like, what the fuck?
At this time, it was kind of, we had got a private investor to kind of put up for a crib or whatever for us because we were broke as fuck. And it was kind of like a talent house. We had a bunch of people from Columbus living with us. So it was like 2 of us per room on air mattresses, no furniture whatsoever, no TVs, like nothing. Went to blow up the
I'll take whatever.
The air mattress. Checked my YouTube and I was like, hey man, this shit got like 30,000 views overnight. That's kind of big for me, you know.
Huge, yeah.
And then I was like, I think we're kind of going viral. But I don't know what viral is because I didn't believe that the numbers were real.
Yeah.
Because obviously I'm like, this ain't real.
That motherfucker was like
He called me back like, nah,
meter.
it's real. And then next thing you know, we're YouTube's artists on the rise. And now
What song was that?
When the Drugs Don't Work.
When the Drugs Don't Work.
And we're like 100 and something million
I'm gonna
later.
keep it funky with you. When the Drugs Don't Work, 100 million something later. I'm talking about Doobie came back with another home run immediately.
Smoker.
Back to back.
Nikki Sixx right after. I said, oh shit. It's
Well, not even that. Hold on. Even before When the Drugs Don't Work. Because here's the thing. Breakdown was what really kicked it off. Like when I covered Breakdown and did like my rap version, that shit like started gaining a little attention. Then we dropped a song after that did nothing.
It's still doing
So I was like kind of confused. I was like, damn, this did all right. Then nothing. And then When the Drugs Don't Work was just like boom. And then, you know, Rolling Up My Weed, Nikki Sixx. We just started dropping bangers after
Nikki
that.
Sixx. How'd y'all like get in contact with him?
So the crazy thing is, when we dropped the record and it started going viral, Nikki Sixx posted it on Facebook. It was like, oh, fun lyrics, this is cool, but never got in contact with him or nothing after that. Tried reaching out, nothing. I was in the mall in LA and fucking seen him in the mall. I looked at life. I was low-key kind of starstruck because
It's LA though.
It's LA.
Yeah,
and so I'm shopping and I'm like, that's Nikki Sixx. Like I'm almost positive that that's Nikki Sixx.
I said, hey, bro.
He went. I didn't even have the nuts to even go talk to him for a second.
Excuse me, sir. Hey, dude, we gotta get this picture. I don't give a fuck.
Excuse me, sir.
Wait, wait, I said, come on. I said, excuse me, you get a picture with you.
And then he was like, oh yeah, he knew exactly who I was after that. I was like,
No
oh
shit.
fuck. But still, Nikki Sixx, if you're seeing this, I gotta give you your plaque. I'm gonna get you a plaque because I got a plaque off your name. So I feel like why not give you a plaque? So
yeah,
reach out.
That's now certified
Or reach
platinum.
back.
Reach out, Nikki Sixx.
Right.
We'd also like to have you.
Exactly.
There we go.
Yeah, so that's a brief of the story. There's a lot in between, and we're gonna drop a documentary, and we got all the footage, we got all the ticket sales, we got everything to prove from the day one.
Videos
to right
of
now.
us. Listen, man. Like I said,
everything.
we were the end of that era. There were months and months of us riding around every fucking area in Columbus, Ohio, and outskirts of Columbus, selling tickets door to door. I would, if you bought a ticket to my show, I would personally deliver it to you.
Yeah,
That's fucking
we was
awesome.
on that.
And I think that's what kind of helped skyrocket it as well. You know what I'm saying? With the interaction with the fans. Then they started changing their name on Facebook to my last name. Shout out to fucking Facebook.
Yeah,
crazy. Yeah.
Facebook was
Love that.
like the first like fucking TikTok for real. I don't
Yeah.
like, bro.
I didn't have none of that
Facebook
shit coming
made
up either, bro. We didn't have Instagram. Like I remember cutting out fucking pictures of tattoos in magazines to put them
Yeah.
in my reference book to trace and use that because every part of tattooing comes with tracing and or drawing.
Yeah.
You get that, but that's how it was. We didn't have all that either. And now that I'm listening to you guys, I'm like, dude, y'all didn't have this
Nothing.
either. We didn't
Yeah.
have the TikTok, the quick viral fucking clips and all that shit. We didn't have that.
Yeah.
It was putting the blood, sweat, and tears into it, delivering your fucking tickets, doing the damn thing. So that's awesome.
We've
That's
had
awesome.
50 people show. We built it. Al Rosa Village. Shout out to the
Shit.
most legendary rock and roll venue out this baby.
Rest in
Rest
peace.
in
R.I.P.
peace.
Dimebag.
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
Uh,
Is it up?
Cleveland, right? Is it
No,
Cleveland?
it's
No,
here.
no,
Al
Alrosa.
Rosa
Village.
They tore it down. That's where Dimebag Darrell got killed.
Is it in Columbus?
It was.
They tore it
Tore
down.
it down.
Damn.
Why'd they tear it down? It just like
Some people bought it. I think they turned it into Section 8 housing
Yeah.
or some shit like that.
Legendary.
Legendary spot.
Yeah,
That's where it
Yeah.
I
started.
went there a few times.
Legendary spot.
So yeah, man, that's a gist of the story, and now that the story's changing, it's evolving.
Yeah. Moving forward, actually, we talked earlier, and I don't know if you guys released it to the public. I think you did because it was on social media. But you, Doobie, have put a little snippet out of your new single.
Yeah.
What was that single called?
Early Bird Gets the Whiskey.
Okay, and this is your transition from rap to this. Don't hate me if I'm
straight
wrong,
rock,
but like
yeah.
new metal, like
Yeah,
rock and
new
roll,
metal,
baby.
yeah.
Yeah.
So can you tell me more about that? Going straight from rap to new metal now?
Yeah, I mean, outside of from I guess the production, it's really not that much of a transition because all my my music is very rock and roll influence. I was just rapping, and so now it's kind of just like more focus on less rapping, with more singing, and then like I said, the production is different. So it's not like 808s and a clap. It's fucking real live everything, and it's heavy.
Which artist influenced you the most? Would you say like
The
rock
most?
artists or just generally?
Or like a top 5 maybe.
I used to think that like influence, which it can come from different things. They can come from artists that you love, or it can come from personal experiences. And if it's like artists I love, I could name a million artists that inspire me. But in reality, like in person, actually watching it happen, it would have to be like a Jelly or Wolf, just because being able to literally watch how they did it and learn from it, I feel like was more of an influence than, oh, I like their music. You know what I'm saying? I learned more about the music game just watching them than I ever knew. You know, I thought it was just music, and it's not. Like, I needed the influence outside of the music.
I feel like both of them, just knowing them personally.
Yeah.
I feel like it's authenticity.
Yeah.
Or being you, being real.
Yeah.
So, like, it's no longer about a genre. It's about you just being yourself.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I think that's awesome.
And
I think
not
that's
being
awesome.
a fucking asshole.
And not being a
Yeah.
fucking asshole.
Bro,
Or a lot of people like that in the industry, you would say?
Oh, everyone.
Really?
I see through it because like you could tell, you know what I'm saying? But it's
Yeah.
like, bro, you're a dickhead.
Yep.
People don't like that shit at all. That's why you're just don't be an asshole.
Could you always tell, or did you have like experiences where people kind of like
I
you
hate
didn't
bad
know it,
people.
like,
I can feel them from a mile. I hate bad people.
I'm like, I don't really like people to begin with. So like, if I fuck with you, I fuck with you. But like he said, if I'm gonna call your bullshit off top, like I can tell what type of person you are off top. I'm gonna judge you. I don't even give a fuck.
No, you
I'm gonna be
shouldn't.
like,
You gotta
hey,
protect yourself, yeah.
nope.
Yeah.
Not my cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stand in the corner and do my own thing.
So do you think that going forward
Yeah.
are we going to get an album from you that's going to be strictly rock and roll?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
man, the album is actually fucking
Yeah.
coming along. I ain't gonna lie, we've got some fucking.
You guys look about hyped about it, so that
bangers.
makes me hyped. Like I'm sweating now.
This is the best. This is the best music that you'll ever hear from Doobie, like ever.
I've listened to the same 8 songs for a month and a half.
Yeah,
A month. I haven't changed anything but the
Yeah.
same.
But-
There's more than that, but that's what's done right now.
But like basically, like with the album, we're working on an album. Yes, I'm not too pressed to release it ASAP. So that'll be like a next year, top of next year type of thing, end of this year, somewhere around.
we're gonna
then.
get some singles.
Yeah, I wanna let the new sound, for those who may not ease into the transition, even though, like I said, it's not really far off from anything you've heard from me besides the production. But just in case, we want to kind of just get them ready, and when we drop it, I want it to be like, whoa.
We should play it. We can't play it.
Can we play
We
it?
might be able to ask them.
you think
Honestly.
Oh, we can play it
I
on the
would love
phone,
to,
and then
yeah.
you can like put an overlay over it.
Yeah.
If we can ask them, maybe
we do
if they
that?
can throw it on. Yeah, I'm sure they can.
We
connect
should
it to it.
definitely
Yeah, I
play
think we
it.
should.
I'd
We've
love
been
to hear
talking
it.
about it. I think
He was
it's
playing
sick.
one of your songs on the way, and I was like, "This is fucking amazing."
Bro, I ain't gonna lie
Was
to you.
it-
Yeah.
I've known Doobie for going on 11 years, okay? And this is the most comfy I've ever seen him.
It's amazing.
Like, of course, when he was rapping, but he always had that, because there's a ceiling for white rappers, like
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
culture,
yeah.
that the gatekeeper.
Mm-hmm.
Eminem did it.
Yeah.
Yellow Wolf has done it to an extent, but Eminem has done
What
it.
about-
to
what
a
about
extent.
MGK coming from Cleveland?
Yeah.
But he went pop when he
went
popped.
pop.
It's
Yeah,
hard
all
not
kinda
to,
like
as a
punk
white
rock.
rapper, not to
Punk.
come off as corny, because
punk.
people don't believe white rappers for real. Like,
Yeah.
it's just I don't. It's the stigma that just goes with it.
It's
I
crazy.
mean,
You know
he
what
said
I'm
that as
saying?
well. You've been saying something that we build off of. The reason why I think he popped with rapping was because he was being exactly who he was.
Yeah, being
There's
real.
a period of life that he has overcome that he was talking about that shit for real.
I always
And
heard
it was
Jelly
real.
Roll. I always heard Jelly Roll
and it
actually.
resonated immediately.
Jelly Roll always said it, and I think maybe in his songs where he called it therapeutic music.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's how I felt when I listened to some of your songs, Struggle, Wolf, all, the people I'm friends with, white rappers, but that's how I felt about their music. It's very therapeutic. It was very, I could relate to it,
Yeah.
every bit of it. Nothing was fake.
Everyone can.
It was real,
Every single person walking can relate to that.
and that's crazy.
It was kind of like what you said outside when you're smoking. Like you had mentioned hate song, and you're just like, toxicity.
I made a
is
pointer to
so-
that song.
Did you?
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
That's
man.
I swear that's like sex music to me now, bro. I love that. That toxicity.
Why don't? It's so fucking great.
That's a
I
great
ain't gonna lie,
fucking song.
What the
It's a
fuck?
great song.
He
It's a
might
great-
be the first
it's a great
person in
song.
history with the porno to hate
So
song.
you made a porno or you made a video
hate
for
song.
you and like your girl
Shout-
to watch?
shout
You
No,
made
out.
a
I'm saying
porno.
no. My girl is an OnlyFans star, bro. I'm talking porno. Like people buy that shit, listen to that
Oh,
song.
shit.
That song played a big role in that toxicity.
Hey, you better
Adult
TDA
I'm like
film.
a part of that.
You better
That
tore
adult
that ass
film.
up if that's what you
Yeah.
fucking
Oh my
do.
god!
You
He's
better-
just tearing. I want you to hate me.
He was saying someone licking the blood off a knife, bro. Like we got that shit now.
Hold on. This is crazy.
Hey, hold on.
I'm just saying. It was a
You
good
should have
porno.
the clip ready.
Hey, for
Blur it out.
$19.95, brother, you can watch it.
He said,
I'm just kidding.
man.
I don't know the exact price, but somewhere around there.
Please.
he's over here low
Shoot
ball.
y'all.
Iconic, honestly.
He's like, yeah, how's your music? Hey, man, I made a whole porno to that.
He was like, let me make this clear.
No, that's a good song. And we listened to it on the way here because I was like, hey, yo, I'm going to show
I didn't know.
I'm just going
I'm
to keep
like-
showing this song off. It's a good
Never seen
fucking
it.
song.
I'm about to say, did you
But-
see the video?
Which
porno?
one? His or y'all's?
Oh, no, I ain't made no pornos. I ain't made no
Nah,
pornos.
but outside
Yeah.
of the porno, that was basically
Yeah.
what I was saying. Like the toxicity shit is so relatable because people, especially artists talk about being vulnerable all the time, but they try to do it in ways where they're hiding directly what they're talking about. Where I was like, if I'm off cocaine, I'm gonna tell you I'm doing cocaine, rather than being like, oh, the white powdery substance in the air makes me feel nice. No, I'm like, dude, I snorted 3 lines. That's why I feel like.
Yeah, that's
this.
what it was. I
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
hit that shit.
Like, there's no need to
There's no
sugarcoat it.
metaphors necessary.
He can build on it. All I know is that part of life was gnarly.
Yeah.
That was a
That time period of viralness in between to right before when COVID hit. In between that time.
Oh, yeah, it was during COVID.
well, no.
That's when it
COVID was
stopped.
right at COVID's when I got sober.
Yeah.
What were some of the craziest things that happened during that period? Like the stories y'all can think of, just the wildest things during like that time.
Okay, have you ever seen the movie The Dirt?
Yeah.
It's a great
It was
movie.
like that.
Exactly.
You're like, just
Okay,
picture
for
that.
some of the viewers who haven't seen The Dirt, can you like
It's a
be a
good movie.
little more descriptive?
all right.
Show a clip.
Yeah, so good. So I
Like
mean,
Jamie.
shit. Where do I start? I mean,
Bro.
I would wake up and bust down coke, Molly, Tramadol, Percocet, all in one line, snort it.
Right, so
start my
you and
day
Rebecca can
and
relate
fucking-
Fuck off. I was like, I was like, honestly, it sounds great.
Doobie, he said wake up. Doobie was never sleep.
take-
Yeah,
Listen,
yeah.
bro, it'd be 8 in the morning. I'll be getting up.
But when I did sleep, I would sleep because I'd be up for fucking days, high as fuck
Yeah.
Body
off
just shuts down,
drugs.
yeah.
I jumped into this life with him around this time period and I indulged, okay? I would go to sleep. I used to wake up at 8 in the morning and he'd be butt naked with draws
And a fur coat.
And a fur coat with a 12-pack.
Walking to the gas station to get more beer because it's 6 a.m. We can drink again.
Like,
Bro,
What?
we would
I
all
was
run
that guy. I'd wait till
No, dude, I love that.
so you
I
can
love
go
that.
back and buy liquor again because we up all
we
night.
lived right across the street from a 7-Eleven in L.A.
Oh, I was
And he
there.
knew
What time they open?
Six-
What time they stop selling?
Shout out to Sing, man. Shout out to Sing, man. He was
I
he
miss
was
you.
the what did you
My
call it? The
Arabian
register
brother.
guy. That was my boy, man. I used to be in there
That's what's up.
fucking getting all the tall
yeah.
boys.
Man, bro, I can't wait till we drop that documentary, bro. It makes me so happy.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, honestly.
Bro, it's gnarly.
Where's that going to come out?
We don't know. We need it shot the right way because that right there that's a
we
real
need to hold
story.
off on shooting it because this next chapter is about to be fun. So we need to like.
Include
hold
that.
on.
Yeah.
Include it.
Yeah.
Include it.
Bro, when you watch it though, you're gonna make another porn.
I can't wait.
I'm so excited.
I can't wait to go on tour with you guys.
Get over here.
Yeah,
be great.
man.
Get over here.
I think what it was too, like we were so broke, you feel me? Then we started going viral, and we're living in LA, which is random. And so I think we kind of got caught. Also, I was already living in LA lifestyle. It just increased even more when I moved to LA, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, everyone does drugs."
Bro, that's Ohio,
This is
man.
awesome,
That's
man.
Ohio. You just took it to. You just took
but
it
the
to
people
LA.
in Ohio that do drugs compared to the people in LA.
Yeah.
The people in Ohio who do drugs, they're on the corner. I'm trying to tell you now. There is in LA too, but In LA, you can go to a industry party, and I'm talking about you could be the most important person in the world. If I offer you some cocaine, you're gonna be like, yeah.
LA
And
has
that's
the best
why
house
LA,
parties.
yeah, LA is just like,
LA has the
what the
best
fuck
house
is
parties.
this place? Am I living in a
If I
fucking
had,
dream?
if I had a list of people I met in LA, like doing cocaine, I met a lot of gnarly.
First off, we were
I
the
thought you were about
coke
to name
guys.
drop. I was like, yeah, what's on the top of
Bro,
that
I'm
list?
like,
bro?
People used to
People,
come
bro.
to our house just to party, bro, and that's how we met everybody. They're like, "Oh yeah, they do all the blow, man. Kick it with them."
Shout out Chefy,
Networking.
Yeah, Chef
was
Eyal,
one of my-
man.
that's my
He
guy.
was.
I want to go to LA with you guys for real. What's up?
Right.
Bro,
Shit.
we don't do that
LA's
no more. We don't do that no more.
Hey, we're going on tour soon. You want to? We're on tour. We're on tour. This is the kickoff. This is their kickoff of our
Yeah.
tour. Yeah.
The first stop.
We will be in LA soon. So if you guys want
Did
to,
When are y'all in LA?
it should be.
I can go to real quick.
yeah.
I'd rather meet y'all in Nashville.
Yeah.
You wanna
Or
do
y'all can-
Nashville? Let's go.
I love LA.
Something
I love
about
LA. It's great to
Listen.
go there. The weather's beautiful. The food's great. The women are awesome. But it's just like I love Nashville way more. LA
All right,
is
let's
like
do
a-
Nashville.
I love LA,
Yeah.
but it's like a popularity contest out there, and I'm cool on
yeah.
that. I'm cool
And
on
to
that.
touch on the like the assholes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
LA's
really
full
bad
of
there.
assholes.
Here's the thing. In LA, everybody's somebody, right? So you have your fair share of, do you know who you're talking to? And you'd be like, well, do
Ew.
you know who the fuck you're talking to? My guy, like, yeah.
From Ohio, bitch.
Like, not even that, but it's like, damn, y'all be trying to act like I ain't shit. Like, fuck.
That's crazy.
I probably got more going on than you.
Sick.
Yeah.
Do we got that snippet of the song? We can we can play up.
Right here.
Also, at what point did you get sober? Like, I'm curious because you said you stopped doing all that. When was
I'm
that?
somewhat sober. I drink.
Okay.
He's Cali sober.
2020.
Sure. I think Kelly's sober is different, but yeah.
I stopped doing drugs during COVID. So I had a son. Quit all drugs cold turkey
Congratulations.
2020.
That's
Thank
amazing.
you.
We had that conversation
4 years
in the
now.
studio,
Yeah.
in the booth. We went in the booth, me, him, and his girl. And he was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Man, it's time." He was like, "Yeah, it's time."
I had been wanting to stop. I just couldn't
hard to,
find
yeah.
a reason. My son was kind of the
I
final.
can relate,
straw.
bro. When you have a
Yeah.
kid, and you too.
I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro. That's probably one of my most proudest moments of Doobie. Like the music, of course, is astronomical, but where he came from when I met him to now, like I dove into some coke, Molly, and some ecstasy in my day. A couple years, he was really doing it. He was,
I was doing everything.
freezing Zan, Sprite, and candy flipping. I'm talking about there was times when he had a sold out show at a little
Acid in
venue.
my eyeballs,
Yeah.
just fucking.
He was bad
going
though.
hard.
So like I remember waking him up for a show and he's like, "Man, I fucking hate you." I'm like, "Bro, we're going to get you an outfit.
real.
I had been
Yeah.
asleep for like 30
Yeah.
minutes.
We're going to get you an outfit for your sold out show tonight."
and now you got
So,
a
like,
sold out show.
Yeah,
like,
so like
fuck you.
from where he
man.
started to where he is now, like that's one of my proudest
Watching
brother
your homie
moments.
become a father, bro.
Yeah.
And growing out of that,
Yeah, but
Yeah.
again, it takes that kind of that support system in that village. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I could be like, "Nah, fuck that, man. We're going viral, man.
Yeah.
Keep going."
Well, he knew me since I was 17, turning 18. So basically, it's like he watched me grow up for real. Because that's when you really grow up from that time period to you're 30. That's the whole period right there. That's fucking.
That's what's up, bro. You're like brothers. That's fucking awesome. I love
Nah,
to see
that's
that.
my brother.
Yeah, I want to see that. That's what's up.
Yeah,
I like to see that.
Yeah, for sure.
And tell them how drugs are these days.
Yeah, and that was another
We
thing.
probably wouldn't have been here anyway. It was a
Yeah.
lot.
Well,
of coke.
shit, bro. I stopped doing.
Fentanyl.
Not only did I stop doing drugs, I had a fucking child.
Yeah.
But like, where the fuck you getting good drugs these days?
Yeah.
Where?
Like where?
I still sit like when we kick it in Nashville all the time, and I know everybody, and not everyone's gonna be sober off drugs like me. But thank God I'm strong minded and shit. But I'll hang around folks and see them doing drugs, and I'm like, man, I just want to be that guy, but it's like none of my business.
Oh, bro, it's not even worth it anymore.
Yeah,
you
it's
don't need
like-
that. You don't want to stay at sunrise.
Not
smoke.
not that guy like to get high. I want to be that guy like to be like, bro, he probably shouldn't mess
yeah,
with
yeah,
it. But
yeah,
it's
you don't
like
be
it's
the guy.
none of my business but in the back of my head, I'm like, I know that isn't good drugs.
Bro, drugs made me stop. Drugs made me hate the sunrise, and it's a beautiful thing. Drugs made me
Yeah,
hate
that's real.
something beautiful.
Why you think I'm a bat? Why you think the whole bat thing came about? I
It makes
hated
sense.
daylight.
It makes sense,
I
bro.
was not a
that
daylight
sun comes
guy.
up, bro. You're like, it's the worst thing
Anxiety.
ever, and you gotta go right back
Yeah.
to work, dude. That's terrible.
I'll wake up when it's nighttime.
Here's a personal,
go to sleep
here's
with
a
a
personal
Tuesday.
moment before we play this song.
Yeah.
The personal moment on this drugs and doobie mode. If I wouldn't have did drugs, this is how bad drugs was. If I didn't do drugs with Doobie, the years I did and all this shit was happening, I don't think me and him probably be friends right now or brothers at all.
I don't think he would have been able to understand why.
That's another sacrifice. I'm from the hood. I never snorted nothing in my life. He's trying to get me to do it all the time back in there. I'm like, man, fuck no. I smoke weed. I wasn't even smoking weed that much. You feel me? So when we had gotten an argument one time, and I was like, in my head, I never really talked about it. I was like, look, he need to like dive into his shoes. You know what I'm saying? So when we were in LA, I started doing it with him. I started understanding like, okay, I can relate. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what that was another bonding moment of ours. I was like personal.
That was big.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For our friendship, you know what I'm saying?
Awesome.
And then we stopped same day.
as a whole.
Yeah, to
know?
try to understand instead of like blaming him and like, you know. Because I feel like when someone's an addict, they don't want to do it alone. Like, you know, you feel like you're doing something wrong.
We
so
did
you
a
find
lot
other
of
people
it.
doing it.
Well,
yeah.
and it's like you got to understand. We're brothers, but he also has to be able to understand me as an artist too, because if you know he's representing me and we want to be on the same page, but also just the understanding alone clears up so much confusion.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, now I know why he's acting like this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I was like, fuck it, let's do it. I'm like, bro, chill, bro. You about to break the TV? I was on coke with him. I'm like, fuck it, break the motherfucker.
Yeah. Then when you and then I'm like, now you know why I want to break TV.
Break it.
I feel like you don't really know. Like there's a lot of people who don't understand that it comes to that. Even like I'm not even like doing a podcast for when we come to this. I'm nervous.
Yeah,
I get nervous, bro, and I can't imagine when you go to play shows or do whatever you're doing. Like there's other things in my life that I did when nervous, and the only way to get rid of that was to drink. To maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I had less. I had thought of myself being less than. So what do you have to do? You got to get a little bump of coke to make you fucking come alive.
Yeah.
Hit an Adderall. Do this. Maybe mom me fucking feel actually fucking good about myself. And so I get it. I get like people had to use these substances to feel better about themselves going forward into what they were doing to perform.
Yeah,
and that's tough. And it's history. And look at every huge musician in the fucking world. Not even a musician, artist.
Yeah.
Artist alone. And that's very broad.
Yeah.
yeah.
And look at them. The greatest all were what? They're known for a certain
Being
drug
high.
they fucking did.
Fuck
The like something wild that I've kind of been dealing with lately is like I didn't notice or realize how bad my anxiety was until I stopped doing
drugs.
Yeah.
Same.
And I didn't know what that like necessarily. I could never pinpoint what that feeling was. I just was always high, so I was like, I never noticed it. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, when you're high, you're not paying attention to those type of things. And now that I don't do drugs, it's like, damn, my anxiety sucks. Everything is just like.
I always told people it was because of the drugs.
I used to think that it was.
Maybe I was wrong. I don't know. But even, I can stand on stage, side stage, any band, any group in the world, and the bass starts hitting, it's going. I'm standing on the side, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, dude, I'm having a panic attack right now.
That feeling
because
man.
because it brought back this feeling. And I don't know why all of a sudden, I don't know if I'm getting older. I don't know if it's the drugs. I don't know if it's I have a mental illness. But it would fuck me up. It really would. It would fuck me up to a T to where like I didn't know how to handle it.
Yeah.
How was your first show sober? Do you remember that?
Like
how you felt?
I've only done one show or two shows, I think, my whole career where I was completely sober, like no alcohol and drugs. But when I first started performing without drugs, I kind of was like leaning on the alcohol more, kind of making excuses for myself, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get it.
Now I'm still drinking. But like, I was very scared, kind of, because like I was just used to being high. Like,
Sure.
I think that was the most I was ever nervous for a show. Because like now I'm like, I used to be doing front flips in the crowd and all kinds of jumping off balconies, hanging on shit. And now I'm just like, I don't have no urge to do that type of shit. I'm not high. I'm like, let me be more calm and enjoy my life, you know? So I was like, damn, are the fans not going to fuck with me? It definitely brought a lot of anxiety, but now I feel better now. Like it's my show's more clearer. It's not like so sporadic and I don't know what's going on. I don't have control.
Bro,
you know
no
what I'm saying?
cap, man. Doobie used to be faded.
I used to be faded.
I would say something to him, and he'd take that, but he'd build that motherfucker for like 45 minutes. Like, fuck it, we ain't going nowhere. We still performing. Bro, he been talking for like 40 minutes, bro. He was making sense.
That was that cocaine.
It was.
Bro, I got kicked off of tours with big parties for fucking partying too hard.
Yeah.
And that sucks. That made me feel like a fucking loser. How are you on tour with some of the biggest party bands in the world and you get kicked off tour for partying?
I remember Wolf was so mad at me one time. I busted this big ass Jack bottle outside of his bus. I was fucking high as fuck. He was letting me crash on the bus on the Try by Fire tour. I was fucking with Hot Rod, man. That was his guy at the time. And fucking this dude just started talking all this shit. And I was fucked up. I took the fucking bottle of Jack. I was like, yeah. Then the police walk over like, you're going to pick that up, right? And I'm like, fuck. Wolf comes off the bus like, motherfucker, what are you doing? He's like, your breath smells like alcohol. I'm like, I was just drinking. He's like, I can't even talk to you. This is when he was sober. I'm like, fuck. Yeah. He's gonna kick me off tour, man. Fuck.
I know that all too well. That's what's up. Yo,
I'll play this song.
Play that song.
I gotta play it on the phone.
I have to piss so bad.
Do you want to take a break and then play this?
100.
Okay.
100%.
Then we'll come back and we'll play the song.
After this.
Yes.
We'll be right back.
After these minutes. Watch the porno.
You're the DJ Hylyte.
No, he didn't introduce it.
Early bird gets the whiskey.
Can we get that mic by it?
Woo. Oh yeah.
I woke up still drunk. Did some things I shouldn't have done. Hell on my heels, I deal with it when it comes. I can never find peace now. I ain't been getting no sleep. It's hard to wanna feel if all I feel is numb. I put my own poison to feel closer to my demons. Devil on my shoulder even told me to rethink it. I try not to memories when my head is in the clouds and nothing can fix me. When I'm down and out, nobody gets me. Give me one more round if I lay down. I'm waking up tipsy. The early bird gets the whiskey.
I did hear it first here with the alternative. What was that song called?
Early bird gets the whiskey.
That was amazing.
That was actually sick.
Thank you.
I'm getting some. I don't don't want to say. I don't want to feel weird for saying it, but I got this like cool like Shine Down vibe. Like, dude,
somebody just
got
said
this
that
Shine Down thing. That was
cool
sick.
That.
No, I was with Shine Down just recently at Incarceration, dude, and it's sick. It's dude. I'm stoked for you. I'm stoked for both of you, honestly, and all your endeavors going forward.
I appreciate that, yo.
You have a store, right? I want to hear about that.
Oh yeah, I want to talk about the store.
It's up on the screen. I'm like, not right now.
It flashed.
Holy Center. I feel I've seen so many tattoos. I'm like, dude, should I get the tattoo?
You should get it.
I will.
Should I get the tattoo? Should we just like go to the shop and we just make a video? We just all get the tattoo. You already guys have it.
Yeah.
You want me to call?
I have it on my face.
My guy?
I'll do it right now. Yeah. I swear to God, I will. Yeah.
You will?
Yeah.
I'm tattooing her like in like 2 days. So while we're here, it would be cool because you got back in Zanesville for a few hours.
When you tied in there?
25th, Thursday.
Oh yeah, I'm coming.
You want to come down to the shop, brother?
I'm coming.
Come down to the shop?
I'm 1,000% coming.
Let's set that up.
Oh yeah.
So you got your tattoo shit with you? You're
not
the fucking
not
guy.
today, not today, bro.
Why am I calling my guy?
I'm only an hour away.
You should be tagged on the podcast.
Right?
Oh, dude, I'd love to.
That would be hard if you're sitting
if I didn't have to
and you
check.
were talking like this. That's crazy.
If I didn't have to check a bag and do the whole thing, it would make more sense. But
shoot, bro, I'm on this podcast right now.
Put him on the speaker. Put him on speaker. It's random.
All right, hold on. Put you on speaker.
It's
You're on
random
speaker.
we can
We're
say.
literally live on a podcast right now. Listen. Listen, we need tatted, bro.
I mean, I'm down to go get tattooed by somebody else. I don't give a fuck.
What are you doing it later on?
We can do like a Patreon. Our Patreon after.
We just need little Holy Center crosses.
Tattoos after this.
Let's run
Just
it.
us and the host.
Let's run it.
Yeah, when do you want to do it?
At 6 o'clock.
At like 6 o'clock.
Damn, I'm not gonna lie, I got a class to go to at 6:30.
What?
Done like 6:30.
What time?
6:30 is my class.
Okay, what time are you?
We can make 5:30 work.
Probably like 7:30 or 8.
What about 5:30?
What about 5:30?
Yes.
Yeah, that should work.
They're just little crosses.
Yeah, that should work out.
Let's go!
Shout out to Jimmy Red Bizzle, the
Shoot.
Yeah, so Holy Center, the brand, it was another cocaine moment back in the day on the tour bus. Thought about, I don't know what I was thinking about.
Shout out
name.
to cocaine.
Shout out to
That's our sponsor, Coconut.
But that's what happened. I came up with the name, didn't have any idea or where it was going to be today. And it's called Holy Center. It just stands for nobody's perfect, just embracing your flaws and understanding everyone's like imperfectly perfect or perfectly imperfect, however you want to put it. Just embracing the real you. So that's what it stands for. Sometimes the upside down cross gets people, which they should do like some research on it. Like the satanic cross looks totally different.
They can suck my dick.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, goddamn, like, fucking do some
Write that
research
down.
past the fucking cross of St. Peter. Like, read what it's
Right
about.
there.
You know what I'm saying? Right here. That's the logo, okay?
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the OG
No, I think it's
logo.
brilliant, to be honest with you. I really like what you did.
It's like a little yin yang.
I think it's very cool.
Yeah. So,
Give me some.
It is,
an
and that's
idea.
and that's
Thank
that
you.
what I
Thank
can
you.
see it. I can see it. And as a designer, a tattooer, it makes sense.
That's a great idea. You should do the same logo and do a shirt where up top says nobody's and underneath says perfect. Just with the cross.
Oh, with the crosses. Yeah.
I'm gonna need
Yeah,
7%.
yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah,
need
yeah,
7.
yeah.
I'm gonna need 7% of that.
Hey, listen, I got you, man.
Yeah, just get
I'll pay for your tacos and your tequila.
Yeah, just pay for my
Deal.
tattoos and tacos.
Yeah,
We're good.
so you had the idea, but what like brought about opening the store and everything?
So
about
before the store, even then, we I had one of my homies, DJ The Man, shout out to him. He came in and set up like a screen printing thing in our studio. We had out east, and I started printing T-shirts and didn't really know nothing about the business side of things, like websites or anything like that. So I was still learning. Fast forward, 2023. Well, 2022 is when we opened a store. I collabed with another local brand called Trapper. It was called the Holy Trapper at first. So it was like Holy Center and Trapper. We put it together. One side was my shit, one side was his shit. Boom, we got a store together. That business relationship, we just parted ways. No big deal. And I transitioned it into the Holy Center store. Now, in between that time, Holy Center is like scaled so crazy. 2023, it was like I was geeked. I made like 50,000 off it. Like boom, like oh, we do music. I don't know nothing about no fucking clothes. 50,000 one year, and then I brought in, which is now my management partner with Doobie, Jackie. She's over there in the corner. She came in and she's worked in the past with like T-Pain, like on 400 and some other big names. And she came in and helped me scale it, and the brand spreading as much as it did. It's just like we created a family, like a cult following off of the clothes as well. Like there's so many like have-nots and, you know what I'm saying, underdogs and, you know what I'm saying, real ass motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, that have resonated with this.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do.
I compare it.
That as well,
I
but
compare it
yeah.
much like I'm not trying to compare it, but like that. But I'm saying to what MGK did with the EXT, and then Wolf with Samarican. Yeah. Like you did it too. You guys have your own going on, and it's equally it's sick as fuck. And the fact you have a storefront in Columbus, Ohio.
It's been there for 3 years.
That made me start. I can't believe I haven't been to your storefront.
Wait, I want to go.
I mean, that's
yeah.
What day is today?
I mean, we could do a little quick tour.
It's right by the restaurant. We'll stop by.
Honestly,
grab
like,
stuff.
Yeah,
I would love
that.
to. I
And
would love
vlog
to.
it,
Yeah.
Honestly, like to touch on that because this is something that like I think about all the time. We went, shout out to Tech Nine and Strange Music. We went and seen the warehouse and stuff and talked to Travis. Shout out to Travis. He had we had a great conversation. Definitely gave us some game, some knowledge. Shout out to Travis. But he was like, man, people think, that, like when you see Strange Music T-shirts and shit like that, they think that that's like a Tech Nine T-shirt. It's Strange Music. So like the way I see Holy Center is like, okay, people may see it as a clothing brand. Some people may, like if my fans, they may see it like, oh, that's like, that's like their label or whatever. You feel me? In reality, it's just, it really is the same thing, but it is something separate because this is something that he created on his own. But all my fans are wearing Holy Center. They're getting Holy Center tattoos because it became the lifestyle. So it's similar to the Tech and Strange. Like
I see it. Yeah,
Tech
I see
and
it in Nashville, brother.
Strange.
I see it everywhere. So that's cool.
We're the Holy Centers, basically.
Yeah, that's
you feel
what
me?
we are.
Like,
For
Very
sure.
stoked for you. That was fucking awesome.
That's
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I mean, in reality of things, it's a branch off the tree. So it's like the tree is the music. Okay,
It's the best way to describe the
And then-
lifestyle.
and,
too.
and then the branches grow off, and now we got Holy Center over here. Because everything we do, like I've never taken a dollar from Holy Center ever. Okay, in these years. If one day it sells for $10 million, I'm gonna give Doobie $5 million.
Yeah.
Even though, like, I'm out here going crazy, grinding, like he's doing the music.
Right.
that's that.
Goes hand in hand.
It's that tree.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's all we do. We break bread with. You know what I'm saying? So like he's just as much part as that.
Yeah,
as me.
No,
I gotta get
100%.
another face tattoo.
Like that's our, like that's what like
Peanut
Holy
butter and
Center
jelly,
is
baby.
to Doobie what Strange Music is to Tech Nine, basically, and Tech and Travis's relationship is basically us in a whole
That's
different.
exactly what it is.
It's
Travis
exactly
and
what it
Tech
is.
is the exact same shit.
We're like I guess this generation's version of that.
Yeah.
Love that.
So that's how Holy Center is. Well, when we talking about Holy Center, Bunny, Jelly's wife.
Oh yeah,
Man.
yeah, Bunny.
She helped Tainted scale crazy this past few months. She did a collab with Tainted Angel. It's sold out ASAP, of course. But shout out to Bunny. Bunny is like one of the outside of Jelly. Bunny is like plays a big part in my story as well. Like Bunny is a great fucking individual. She's real as fuck, and she holds it down. Like she did some real shit with that collab. She's always been real. Bunny's just like Jelly. That's why they mesh.
She
She ain't going for none of that bullshit, but she's cool as fuck.
Do you
So
remember
many
when they
women
met?
look up
Like
to
her
her.
and him?
I was with him.
We were all there.
Yeah, we are there in Vegas.
He's like, we were all there.
Wait, so what was that like when he met her?
Was that the first time you did coke?
No.
Iconic.
That was they tried to give me do it at the Airbnb.
Oh yeah, that's a different story.
That's a different story.
Yeah.
Wait, what story is that?
I'm like,
All I'm gonna say, okay, listen.
He's
like,
waiting
All
for
I'm gonna
those
say, real
motherfuckers
quick,
to
real
slide
quick.
through the crack.
I'm gonna let you finish. I'm gonna let you finish, Taylor Swift. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce, listen to me.
We're getting that story.
Listen. I don't know who did it, but somebody spelled California and cocaine on the table. And
You remember
I
what
was just
happened?
trying to get people to do it with me.
Wait, what?
remember what
Jelly's
happened?
song? I only do
I don't know.
cocaine in California.
It may or may not have been.
It's a good
I'm not
one.
saying nothing, but
I
what I'm saying
snorted.
is,
You remember what happened?
it was this big though.
That's a lot of letters.
Listen to me. It was this. It was.
That's a lot of
whole shit.
letters.
It wasn't like
Like-
this little ass. No, the whole thing said California, big as fuck.
iconic. Yeah.
Hey,
That shit you can't make up.
I did cocaine my first time off of a nice pair of fake breasts. They were
Okay.
very nice with a pretty
That's
young
my
lady.
favorite place to do cocaine, to be honest with you.
That was my first time.
Is
But
What were you saying?
What was the other time?
right there, we're gonna go back this way.
What was it? You said I could ask you anything.
Hey, he's waiting for it just to slide right through that motherfucker. He waiting on it. He like, what you say?
When Belly.
When Belly, oh, man, Belly, I'm with you. Jelly and Bunny is Belly.
Bunny, belly, jelly, and bunny is belly.
Belly and Jelly is
The collab we never needed,
It's on
though.
purpose.
That's us. We
Belly
did that.
Johnny. Belly Johnny.
Belly Johnny.
Yeah,
So in
I
Belly-
can't breathe.
Johnny Belly.
Okay.
All right, okay, calm down.
We got
All
that.
right, calm down.
Hey, that's some good weed, boy.
Yo, I'm high as fuck.
All right, awesome.
Shout out to my weed man.
So yeah, shout out Liquid Death. We were there that night,
Like,
and
shout out our sponsor.
I ain't gonna lie to you. This sounds so cheesy and cliche, but it's exactly what happened, bro. Sparks flew. That was it. It was like fun from there on.
Huh.
Jelly was Bunny was the jelly needed, and Jelly was Bunny, vice versa.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
belly, brother.
Belly, they needed belly.
The
bro.
world
Together.
Yeah, exactly.
Bellies
Belly.
together.
It's what everyone needed.
Bellies together.
Bro, listen.
No, I love
Nah,
that
for
so
real.
much, dude.
They-
That's,
there's-
their whole story inspires me. I follow both of them. I'm friends with. Well, me and Bunny actually haven't actually met, but I'm cool with everybody else.
That's my sister. I
So-
love her. She's so good.
Yeah,
She's
I hear it and I
fucking
see
good
it. And
human.
real
Patreon I'm subscribed to
recognizes
is
real
hers.
even from
The only
fucking
Patreon
far.
I'm subscribed to is hers.
Oh, yeah,
So-
it's worth it.
Whoever.
Support Bunny.
Literally, subscribe, guys.
That's what I'm
It's worth
saying.
it.
That's I think everything they do is brilliant. I really support.
You gotta
them.
be a certain kind of person to really like. She embraced the shit she was through. Like a lot of people try to hide that shit. Bunny's like, nah, fuck you. This is me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it real. Shout out to Bunny for this because guess what? Her dog got sprayed with a skunk. and listen to me.
That's some
And
good
listen to
weed.
me. And listen to me. My dog got sprayed by a skunk like 2 days after her dog, and she couldn't figure out how to get the smell out, and neither could I. Right?
Oh yeah.
She said you gotta use a summer's eve douche. Man, what? I got that shit, bro. My girl, man, she was like, "Why the fuck you buy a douche?" I'm like, "Hey, it's for the dog. It's for the dog." You know, I know
She's
it
like,
sounds
sure.
crazy. The douche is for the dog. It worked.
I wish you would have told me this like weeks ago, bro.
It worked.
Bunny posted it.
It worked.
She had tomato sauce
God
and the douche.
Bro,
damn.
I was
I know
scrubbing
tomato
Chiba
sauce.
with everything. Like, what the fuck?
My girl's always out there catching random fucking animals, raccoons and fucking whatever else the little critters are. She just caught one the
It's a
other
good
day.
trick, you know?
Dogs just
What
think
was that?
everything are their friends.
Well, she saw the raccoon the other day. I was like, "Don't go catch that fucking no, it's a skunk. I was like, don't go fuck with that skunk." She's like, "I'm gonna catch that skunk. I'm from South Carolina." I was like, "Don't you fucking go get that skunk."
Pepe Le Pew.
And all I could think about was like, "What are you gonna do after it sprays you?" And I was like, "You can go catch a skunk. Okay, you can go do it, but what are we gonna
Bro,
do?"
it's a terrible smell.
Now I fucking know.
It's
Douche and
tough.
It's never
fucking
happened to my
Summer's
dogs.
Eve
Tricks of the
douche.
trade.
Shout out to
Write that
Bunny
down
for,
now.
for that.
Douche.
Thank you for sharing that.
Douche your
The
dog.
takeaways.
Thanks, Bunny. I appreciate you.
She like they are exactly the same human being in male and female form.
I love that.
That was-
I love
no
love.
cap, that was
dude.
like
I
the
love
real
love,
life.
bro. I think they love each other. That's
You
like
could tell.
Yeah.
I
That it's
love
real, yeah.
love. You can see it. You can
Especially in
see it.
today's world. Fuck, we live in the fuck everyone.
It's bad.
One with the platforms, too,
World.
like him, like getting so big, like you could just tell though they care about each other so much. And, like,
Yeah, for
you
sure.
know,
Yeah.
It's real.
Cause that takes a lot. Cause she popping
Yeah.
too. Jelly
Well, here's
popping
the
and she
thing.
popping.
Yeah.
She popping just
I love
like,
seeing the.
so they're like spread out.
I love seeing the like. You know how fucking people are on the internet. Some people will be like, "Man, she's only with him because who he is," and I'm like, "Well," and he's even said this too, probably. So it's not just me. She was already somebody per se before Jelly got to the stature that he is now. You know what I'm saying? Jelly was somebody as well, but Bunny was popping.
Bro, that fuck all, bro. They were together when there was nothing going on. Fuck is y'all talking about?
Yeah.
There was nothing going on. It was an
Yeah.
apartment.
But I'm
Jelly
saying,
didn't have no crib.
yeah,
Like,
for sure.
This is
yeah.
from the mud type shit.
Yeah.
It's the new people that don't know that Jelly been doing this shit for 20 years and Bunny been getting her money for 20 years.
Yeah.
Like, this is for
Yeah.
real. You know what I mean? Like, this
No,
ain't
I
no
love
new
to
shit.
see. I know a little
Yeah.
backstory on both of them, and I think it's fucking incredible.
Shout
I
out to
sometimes
them.
quote it in my own relationships. I'm just like, yo,
Yeah.
look at these two, man. Like what they did, how they did it. That's so inspiring.
Yeah.
Seeing it like
sure.
on all the social media, it ain't fake. That's like real.
I hope to run into my lady one day.
You
think
will,
that's
bro.
possible
Tonight
in
at
this
talk.
day and
Tonight
age,
at Taco.
like-
Fucking what is it? Wednesday?
I'm not gonna meet her at
It's
Taco
Taco
Tuesday.
I ain't gonna lie,
shit.
he might not run
Tuesday.
into her in there, but
I'm telling you this.
Hey, I'm manifesting
I'm
only good
manifesting
shit,
my
brother.
wife
See?
today.
PMA, brother.
Not every day.
Positive mental
Not today,
attitude.
like get her today, but I've been manifesting.
I
want somebody like that.
I got a good feeling, bro. I think a Taco Tuesday's gonna bring it to you. For real. I'm
some.
just saying. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Bring it.
And we'll vlog the whole thing.
Gathering is
Gathering of the
coming up
Juggalos
in
is coming.
like 2 weeks, brother. No, maybe three. 3
Is it
weeks.
in 3 weeks?
It's 3 weeks, like the
What is it?
14th through the 17th.
Hey Siri,
Gotta get my face.
Will we be?
And I would love for you guys to come out there
when
and hang
is
with
the
us there.
gathering of the Juggalos?
Oh, I love. Listen, that's. Oh, y'all want some fucking stories?
I would love a story.
All right, here's a story. Y'all
Let's hear
love.
this
Y'all
story.
love Gathering of the
Let's go to the
Juggalos?
gathering. Yeah,
haven't
back.
been.
Yeah,
the
shout out
Shout out to
to
the
that.
fucking Gathering of the
gathering's
Juggalos.
back in Ohio now, baby.
Listen to me.
Thornville.
Legend Valley.
We were just talking about this yesterday or the day before. This is fucking great.
Yesterday.
All right, first time he ever did Molly. I know this for a
Oh,
fact.
yeah. At the Juggalo Gallery.
Yeah, I had.
What?
Damn.
That's the first time you
It-
chose to do Molly?
It was.
that-
It
I
was.
would do the
It
same
was.
on
It
my
It
was
wasn't
bad.
really by choice. I
was
feel
bad
like
for
the
a second.
Gathering chose him.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's,
it
was-
was-
I've heard
yeah.
this from a lot of people, so I get it.
So listen, we had some homies we called juggalos, right? They decided to put
Family.
acid
Family.
in my eyeballs. Drops acid in my eyeballs, put it in my gums. I'm like, yeah, fuck it. I like getting high, you know? He takes some fucking pink ass Molly. Fucking looked it so good.
Makes my
I
stomach
didn't want to candy flip off of it because I had acid in my eyeballs.
You already
I'm
had
like,
acid in the
yeah,
eyeballs?
This is fucking
Don't
You
wanna
crazy.
can't hit the,
Yeah.
you can't hit the rock candy.
So they're like, hey, we gotta go ride rides. There was like this fucking like gravitron thing, and I'm like,
Hylyte said we gotta go ride
no,
rides.
not him. He wasn't. We're gonna get the light. Watch. He's the best part about the story. So the Juggalo homies, right? And they're like, hey, we gotta go ride rides. I'm like, man, I'm not getting on that motherfucking ride. I just had all this shit. Yeah,
That's a
no,
lot.
this is probably not good for me if I get dizzy. You know, they push. They fucking push me on this ride. But before we get to that, fuck that. As soon as we fucking he took the Molly and I had the shit in my eyes. We walked away, right? It start clicking in. He go to sit at some fucking concession stand table underneath a tent for like 2 hours, right? And he's sitting like
bro, trying to get a hold
of right now, right? Like you're him, and there was some girl like was sitting here talking to somebody else over here, and then I was sitting there, and then I went across from him, and I'm like, bro, I'm talking him through his trip. Cause at this point I'm a drug guru. I'm like, bro, anything you need, I got you, bro. Make sure you straight have water cool. All right, listen, you're tripping right now, right? Like it's like you're good, like you're really good. If you get up, you're gonna be straight. It's gonna hit you differently. Right now, it feels like it's overbearing because you're just sitting down thinking about it. But you gotta get up.
PTSD right now. He's like, oh shit.
So we're talking about
back,
it,
brother.
And the girl right there overhears us talking about it, and she's like, hey, yeah, he's right. You'll be fine.
This girl
comes out of nowhere.
She's like,
you'll be fine. Yeah, because they're like talking. She was high as fuck. She's like, yeah, I'm off this, that. She's like, you'll be good. I'm like, bro, trust me. Some song came on. He got up, bro, and he's snapping his fingers, doing his shit, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's kicking in.
He's hitting him now.
But then that's when we get to the ride shit, and then now I'm like, all this shit I talked to him, like, man, you good. I'm not trying to get on this ride. I'm like, now I'm turning into him. They forced me, pushed me on the ride. These motherfuckers, man. We get off the ride,
shook it all up.
Let me tell you, shout out to the fucking Gathering of Juggalos. After we got off that ride, because first off, the whole sky opened up. I thought I was looking at
Can you
Jesus.
describe the ride?
The ride was...
It's one of these.
It was, you know the shit where you put your back against the wall?
Starts like this.
And it spins? Yeah.
And then it goes up like
yeah.
Fuck that. I don't even do
And
that.
then it goes up and down. Bro, and mind you, we're high as fuck. You feel me? Drunk as fuck. It's fucking hot as hell outside.
Yeah, PTSD
it's just not a good time for these type of things. You feel me?
Oh, no, we was lit.
We got off that ride and had... Still to this day, one of the top 5 best nights of my life partying. Yeah. And I mean, like, just full blown kicking it. Like, no extra, like, literally fucking just kicking it.
There's naked
going
bitches
hard.
walking around tits.
And at this time, we're not really famous or anything. So, like, shit we were doing then, I obviously I would never be in public doing now. So that's why I feel like it'll never be like that ever again for me. But,
Oh,
yeah,
August 14th to the 18th.
Shout out to the Juggalos.
We're fucking going.
And shout out to ICP, bro. Shout out to Ouija Mac. That's my fucking dog. But shout out to ICP. People don't know ICP really paved the way for this underground. Not even underground because they were mainstream at one point, like super mainstream, which they still are. But the merch game and how to tour. Bro. They paved the way. They created the merch game, if you ask me. Yeah. Nobody did it before ICP. I walked in Walmart and seen an ICP shirt way before anybody else even was doing shit.
I listened to ICP. I went and
bought It was next to a Wrangler and a Chevy shirt, boy. That shit is crazy.
That's where it belongs, too. Like, it deserves that recognition.
Crazy,
they're pioneers.
ICP started this merch and touring shit. Y'all can take my word for it. I don't give a fuck how none of y'all feel.
So no disrespect, but that they're the biggest when it comes to I'm gonna say the word cult following.
Have you seen one of their shows? Have you been to one?
Dude, I haven't, and it's because Legend Valley is in Ohio. They stopped doing it for like a few years, and they brought it back.
No.
It's been here.
Let me stop you. Fuck, I love shout out Legend Valley. Yes, Ohio, boom. Fuck all that.
It's been here though.
Cave in Rock, Illinois is where the gathering
was. Like
I went before it moved here. The Cave in Rock, you took a ferry with your car over to a mountain. And
over to a fucking mountain.
It was.
Yeah, I was probably 13 then.
Jelly, I was doing shows with Jelly and then Ritz and all them back then.
Oh, I love Ritz.
Shout out to Ritz.
Shout out Ritz, brother.
Bro. This land was whatever you wanted to be as an adult. You had 3 days to do it.
Huh.
Yeah.
You want to dress up like fucking Superman with your ass out, walk around with a bag of whatever. You do it. You want to be a fucking wrestler. You do it. It is a full-grown, grown-up. It was the most amazing time period.
No rah-rah, no problem.
No judgment. And if you fuck with them, they're going to fuck you up. So like if it's like one person fucking with a juggalo, they're going to fuck him up. It's a family, like for real. There's no judgment.
Playing that shit.
I've seen the stuff on YouTube, bro. It's the biggest viewed festival in the world.
Bro,
and it's not even the music. It's about the fucking community that showed up for them. and it's incredible. And when you say family, they're all. Everybody is. Yeah. I mean, can I get a Juggalo tattoo tonight too?
You gonna get the hatchet, man?
I think we all should.
I got a Juggalo tattoo right here.
I'm about to run that because I'm about to. I support anything. Any fucking group that can do that, dude, is so fucking inspiring to me. That fuck yeah, I'll get a fucking hatchet man tattoo.
Whoop. I fuck with the family.
Where the Fago at? Who brought the Fago, baby?
Hey, and just like Doobie said, they started that shit. Shout out to your alternative.
Oh yeah, thanks guys.
Thank you guys.
And thank y'all for coming again.
Thank you guys for coming. Everybody look forward to Doobie's new album coming out. I don't even know the exact date, but he might.
Earlier bird gets a whiskey on the way.
Oh yeah, let's go.
On the way, baby.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe, like, comment, listen to his album. Love you. Bye.
Yeah.